sway in the wrong way, they're going to charge you with a felony DWI, and now you're looking at up to 10 years in prison. I, at all costs, want to make sure that that doesn't happen.
Is there an accident
in my
case,
experience?
Michael?
No, Judge.
Okay. I have to suspend your license. I'm going to suspend it for a year. Do you have a license now?
No, sir.
Okay. I think that that's probably what we should also
So,
do, is try to
Just so
get
the
a
court will
license.
be aware, alcohol was, there was zero system as a result of this.
Okay. Remember, DWI is not just alcohol. If you take too much NyQuil, what happens? You'll have problems getting a job because people don't hire thieves, right? You want to apply for schooling, it's going to bar you, it's going to hurt you. You want federal funding for. Hi,
How are you doing today?
doing great. How about you?
Good, sir. Thank you.
What we had discussed, Judge, just so, in there's a full disclosure analysis we're talking, Marissa had agreed to have a plea to the DWI probation with the terms, including the treatment that's been recommended by the TRALs and all this type of stuff, which we had agreed that would be one of the ways to resolve it. And that would still have them dismiss the PCS. But once we talked about the idea of setting her up for failure, if you would, I wasn't comfortable that she would be able, or this court might even be able to accommodate issues that would arise because she couldn't either get to her meeting or
We can always accommodate.
testing.
Always. There's never a way that we can't. Never doesn't work in our vocabulary. And the thing that I want you to understand is that I don't, you now, once you plead, if you plead to this, it's going to go on your record. It is now a second offense. And the last thing we want is for you to graduate to felony status where you're looking at 2 to 10 in the penitentiary.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes,
And I want to make sure that you understand that there are consequences to behavior. You need to understand that if you ever get in a car, you smell like alcohol, you smell like dope, they're not going to care whether you're spilling, fall down ass drunk, where you've urinated yourself, whether you're vomit. It doesn't take that for them to file a felony charge on you. Even the faintest smell of alcohol, the faintest droopy eyelids, the faintest sway in the wrong way, they're going to charge you with a felony DWI. And now you're looking at up to 10 years in prison. I, at all costs, want to make sure that that doesn't happen. And in my experience, what I've seen when people have too easy, right? It never works out well. And I don't think that a time served on a DWI second is appropriate. I understand that you may take care of other people. I understand that you may have life issues. Actions have consequences.
Absolutely.
You not only have this DWI second, but you also have a felony possession of a controlled substance. He's worked a tremendous deal where they're going to dismiss the felony case. I'm going to tell you now, anytime you can avoid a felony, you're winning. Anytime, it doesn't matter. Because once you get that felony conviction, I cannot tell you how many doors that closes. And not only just from potential work, but I'm talking issues with the state, being able to get state resources.
And there it is. Actions have consequences. She's about to find out just how many.
Funding for things like food stamps, perhaps lose the right to vote, it really closes a lot of doors. And I want to make sure that that doesn't happen, So
Judge.
We usually, now this is a second, you by law must do 5 days in jail as a condition to probation, right? I don't know if you guys have worked out an agreement where they're going to waive that and plead it down to a first, thereby waiving the jail time, but there's mandatory 5 days in jail as a result of this. That's what you need to understand, which is the other consequence of this. Now, if they're willing to do that, I'm certainly okay with that, but time served. And the probation, if you do well in the beginning and you show us that we can trust you, We will allow you to do virtual reporting through Zoom, but we have to know that you're going to do well. There are not going to be any issues. And most importantly, you're not going to use,
Absolutely, sir.
because that's what matters.
Yes, sir.
All we're trying to do here is make sure that you don't take a life on the road, so that you have enough of a crappy experience here that 15 years down the road, when you're placed in a position where you're intoxicated out there, man, should I get this car? I had such a miserable time in court with that Judge Fleischer. God, I never want that experience again. That's the idea.
Yes,
because
sir.
I want you to remember me 20 years from now when you're in a position of vulnerability where you make the right decision.
Absolutely. Yes,
And
sir.
hopefully with the probation, we get you understand.
Absolutely, sir. I agree. It's fine.
Now, you have a probation officer, right? Your probation officer is always willing to work with you. If they call you in for a drug test and you're in some kind of situation where you can't, you let them know. We will give you the line to Shatoria here. She's absolutely an angel, is always willing to help you out. We can give you a direct access to her. If you have a problem, call us, call me, call her, and we will work something out.
Yes, sir.
But there's never a way that we can't work something out. There's always a way. There's always a way. Always.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Give me a minute or two to
No
talk to
rush.
Mike, Judge.
No rush. And I mean, your case, Mr. Knowles, it's only what, like 140 days, right?
We won't have it over today, Judge.
Or you don't have to.
But I think we're at that point. So I think just a little conversation, I think we should be able to get.
Okay. For sure.
And I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you.
Gonzalez, I want you to understand one thing, that it's not you, it's not your lawyer. He's done a great job and has zealously advocated on your behalf. But on a second DWI, we have proverbial slaps on the wrist for DWI first, right? I get it. People make mistakes. It happens. We all make mistakes in life, right? But you can't continue to make the same mistake and expect the same result and reward, right? Because the proverbial slap on the wrist, the so-called time served, right, is exactly what it is. Because you're supposed to do jail time on a DWI, right? And when you're walking out of here, and there's no jail time, it's basically, it's kind of like a reward, right?
Absolutely.
But you can't continue to pick up DWIs and expect rewards. We don't work like that. We don't operate like that. And we want you to learn. And believe it or not, I really care for you. And I want to see you succeed. I want to see you do well. But no more proverbial slaps on the wrist. There now is a lot of baggage that you're going to have on your back following today and for the rest of your life. After today, you're going to have these 2 DWIs on your record. Like I've been harping on you over and over. You get into a car, the slightest smell of whatever it is, they're probably going to take you down and charge you with a felony. And if you thought this was expensive, if you thought this was bad, wait till you get upstairs. There are judges up there that just watch out.
Yes.
Now, you guys have worked out an agreement. They're offering you 180 days in jail to be probated for 16 months. As part of the conditions, you will do thinking for a change. You will do a repeat offender DWI education class. You will do 2 victim impact panels. You will also do a TRAS, which is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need.
Just completed.
And recommended even for
Okay, well, okay. I'm surprised to know no outpatient, no, not necessarily residential, but no outpatient treatment at a minimum. Typically in these cases, when we see these, they usually order, intensive outpatient treatment or supportive outpatient treatment, which is kind of like like AA-ish type issue. So regardless, if that's what they think, then that's what they think. I'm going to follow it.
Wait till you get upstairs. The judge just told her the felony court is a whole different animal.
So that's what you must do. No breath test refusal. So if you're pulled over in a car and an officer asks you to submit a breath test, you must do it. If you don't, you're in violation of the probation. 30 hours of community service and a guardian interlock. Do you have children, Ms. Gonzalez?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I think that you would probably be better served to do instead of the dumbass community service, to do it like a parenting class, because I think that has more value than just working on the street. Now, like I said, all we want you to do is learn from this. Take these classes, take it to heart so that you don't ever come back.
Yes, sir.
If you do well, after some time, I will allow you to report via Zoom. Okay. You got to also understand that when you're doing these probations, these probation officers have your life in their hands, right? If you are nice to them, crack a joke with them. If you're their first appointment in the morning, you're probably going to get someone on their good side. If you go in there at 4 PM, you've got a bunch of excuses, right? They're probably not going to be happy. They're going to be irritated. They're going to want to go home. Don't expect any good thing. In life, that's how it goes. If you're nice, you get more with honey than you do with vinegar.
Yes, sir.
Same thing with a probation officer.
Gotcha.
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. So once you plead guilty, you can never change this or undo this.
Yes,
If
sir.
you violate this probation, I'm going to issue a warrant for your arrest. We're going to put you in jail, bring you back out, talk about if you violate your probation. If you do, you're looking at 180 days in jail.
Yes, sir.
You understand?
Absolutely.
How do you plead to the offense, ma'am? I will find you guilty. I will follow the agreement. Is there an accident in this case, Michael?
No, Judge.
Okay. I have to suspend your license. I'm going to suspend it for a year. Do you have a license now?
No, sir.
Okay. I think that that's probably what we should also do, is try to get her license. Have you ever had a license?
I did have a license. It got suspended with the first DWI. And back then they had a bunch of extra fees. It was the
Surcharges.
yeah, so I wasn't able to get it back because it was so high. Then they canceled all that out. I had just finished paying off everything to reinstate my license 2 weeks maybe prior to this happening here.
Michael, do you mind running her license?
Yes, Judge.
Did you handle the ALR hearing by chance?
I did not. There was
Okay,
nothing to handle.
On a subsequent, it's usually a 2-year license suspension when it comes with regards to the ALR. So it may very well that you may have a 2-year license suspension.
I do see that she's not eligible, Judge.
ALR,
Yes.
2-year. I mean, it
says-
depends what happened with the first ALR too.
Well, it actually says that she was suspended because due to no insurance. It's a surcharge due, no insurance.
You know when that was, sir?
Did you get a ticket for no insurance?
No, sir. I haven't gotten pulled over. This was the first time in many years.
Let's make sure.
I just know that it began September 15th of 2024, the suspension. And the end date, I think this is in perpetuity until she gets something fixed.
Here, Lonnie, do you mind giving me that piece of paper? This is the driver's license division. The number, will you make sure it's 2600? I don't know if she can read that. I kind of wrote it
It's
funky.
2,600.
It's 2600. That's the number to the driver's license division for DPS. Call them and then they can tell you what you need to do to get your license. But you need to get your license.
Okay, yes, sir.
Just, you got to get it.
I'm allowed to go get it if I can.
Yeah, of course. But
Thank you, sir.
before you just go do anything, call them first. And when you call them at 7 a.m. Don't call at 8. Don't call at 9. Don't call at 1 because you'll never get through. As soon as the phone line's open at 7, that's when you call.
Yes, sir.
All right. Any questions?
No, sir.
Judge, there was a couple of things they were asking for the guardian interlocks. She does not drive or anything like that. And she has the monitor on now that's uncomfortable. Can we give her the portable device for now?
So, no. I'm going to switch it from the Scram to the portable.
Okay.
So, but first get the portable, then we'll take off the Scram.
Okay.
So we want to make sure that you're not using, and the best way, first get that one. As soon as you do that, we'll take the other one off. But we want to make sure that you have that one on first. So yeah, one of the conditions on this probation is that you maintain a guardian interlock. Now, because you're not driving, understand that you're going to be signing an affidavit today, promising me you're not going to drive. Do not drive. I don't care what your excuse is. I don't care what's good. If there's a burning building, it doesn't matter. Just don't drive.
Yes,
Okay.
Your Honor.
The other thing, Judge, and this is our way of refreshing the court's recollection, and there's been no alcohol that was found either in the results from the lab, and there's never been any alcohol associated with this particular DWI. This is one that was based upon
Sure.
some drugs, not even a synergistic type of a matter. It's simply they were drugs. So
Burning building? Still don't drive. This judge is not playing.
just so the court will be aware, there was zero alcohol in the system as a result of this.
Okay. Remember, DWI is not just alcohol. If you take too much NyQuil, what happens?
Yes,
Right. Anything where it affects the normal use of your mental and or physical faculties.
Absolutely.
Right.
Your Honor.
So I think that's it.
That's it. And just so you know, and I know how serious you take these matters, and I don't want to belabor it, but the idea is that we had already put in place. Do you have Brittany's card with you?
It's in my folder.
We had already dealt with the writ court people. There's a program director, Brittany, I can't remember her name now.
Would you like for me to grab it?
No, that's okay. We have a card and thing. So treatment was going to already be a part of
Great.
this agreement, independent of a formal writing. But I think this is the best thing to do in this circumstance.
When's the last time she's been tested? Have you done a test late?
I can check it.
Yeah, we need that too. Now, Mr. Knowles, we have one more thing. The surcharge.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to ask that be waived. There's no way that she can afford those things at all. If I need to prove it up, you need to prove up on it. Or...
What do you do for a living?
Take care of my father at home.
Do you get paid by the state for doing that?
No, sir. Because I live with him. I don't know what that's what they told me.
How do you get money? How do you survive?
I mean, he gives me whatever I can, and he gets money from Social Security retirement.
What does he get?
2,600 a month, something like that.
So you guys share that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, Mr. Knowles, I'll waive the DPS surcharge.
Judge, the last
Thank
test
you,
was
sir.
on September 19th.
Negative?
I believe what it tested positive for was a prescription that she currently possesses.
Okay, all right. Yeah, just stay clean. That's all we're asking.
Absolutely.
Okay? All right,
Waiving supervision, please, sir?
sure. It's not about the money.
Judge.
It's never about the money.
I know, sir.
It's doing what you say you're going to do
Absolutely.
in the time that you're supposed to do. All right, guys.
Yes, Your Honor.
Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Judge. I appreciate it. Mike, thank
You
you.
have a great
Let Ms.
Thanksgiving.
Gonzalez.
Thank you, sir.
Have we done probable cause on this?
Yes, Judge. He was set for THA.
Okay. Do you have a lawyer today?
No.
What are you doing? What are you doing about that?
I was told that I would get a court appointed lawyer.
Who told you this?
I guess some relatives.
Really?
Yeah.
You're wrong.
Can I have the cause number for this? I'm sorry.
It's 252-3331. You now have a warrant for your arrest. Tell me why I shouldn't take you into custody right now. You failed to appear when you're supposed to be here.
I was out of a way to get here, out of a phone at the moment. Also, I couldn't contact anybody after actually asking to use someone's charger to actually bring my tools to put my flat tire on. So I said I actually had to call somebody to, like, I had to get my charger, call somebody, get a charger from a stranger to call my brother to bring my my tools to replace my flat tire on that day. And also I called afterwards to maybe call and see what I could do. I called the first
This isn't where you get the call to change a court date or do whatever.
no,
you
no,
want.
no, no, no. To get information on what to do next.
I didn't know what to do next. I've never been in a situation like this.
I advise you what you need to do. You need to hire a lawyer. You're facing a very serious theft charge that can have dire and lifelong consequences on you.
Your Honor, if I may just kind of put it there, I'm not supposed to be here at all. I'm really not. So you're iterating that it's serious that I get up. No problem, I will. But I really am not supposed to be in this situation right now.
Picked up a theft case.
Yeah.
Where was it from?
Walmart.
Walmart.
What was he doing? Skip scanning?
Yes, sir.
Okay. When you allegedly skip scan and take from allegedly from Walmart, you pick up a theft case. And once you get a theft case, it can really harm you in so many collateral ways where you'll have problems getting an apartment,
Yeah.
getting a loan for a car. You'll have problems getting a job because people don't
And here we go. I'm not supposed to be here. Yeah, they all say that.
hire thieves, right? You want to apply for schooling, it's going to bar you, it's going to hurt you. You want federal funding for perhaps financial aid, it's going to hurt you. So there are so many ways that this type of charge can hurt you. The first thing that you have to do is come to court. And the very first thing you didn't do was come to court. And so we issued a warrant for your arrest. So I'm just stating facts.
The very first thing I did was appear to court. That was my second hearing.
Okay. You're supposed to come back to tell us what you're doing about your lawyer situation, and you didn't come back.
Yes, sir. And
So we issued a warrant.
I apologize for not appearing on the second hearing for whatever the obstacles were. I should have been there. Also, I need to understand something here. This is, I never knew that it would be this, it would get to this point, because if you look on the cameras.
Okay, I'm not going to talk to you about the case,
Okay,
Mr. Ozone.
yeah, okay.
That understand,
I need a lawyer.
you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say, there. See what you hear? All those little clackings.
I need a lawyer.
She's typing every single thing that goes on here. What I'm saying, what you say, what happens. It's best. You have the right to remain silent. Exercise that right. Right. So what we will do is give you time to hire a lawyer, because that's what we do in these types of situations. How old are you, Mr. Ozone?
I'm 28.
What do you do in life?
Right now, I am gaining the courage to go back into school, but in the meantime,
You say getting the courage to go back to school?
I have the courage, really just gaining all the resources to get back into school right now. I'm an attempted entrepreneur. I definitely dabbled in producing as a music producer, graphic design, mainly amongst families and friends, but I plan on taking it to higher levels and everything. I have a lot of things to look forward to. I don't know why this is happening to me.
You know exactly why this is happening to you. Okay. Now, how do you get money, Mr. Ozone?
As of right now, I do not work. I pick up gigs here and there, but for the most part, I help my parents at their house.
You do what?
I help my parents out at home.
Doing what?
I was helping my mom with her a shoulder injury. She had messed up her rotator cuff for a while, so a few years I've just been like kind of sitting back, helping her out with
A
everything.
few years?
Yeah, like
So you haven't been
years.
doing anything for years.
Oh no! During that time, I was not, doing the producing thing and everything. Because you said, what do I do to make money as an employee, right?
How do you get money generally? How do you get from
Producing.
okay, how much money do you get from producing?
Sometimes I can make in a week about $300 to $500. Recording people at the studio.
Okay. And how often does that occur?
As of recently, I'm not gonna say it happens as much because it's been kind of slow. But
You need to get a full-time job. And I am now making it a condition of your bond. When is the last time that you have had a true full-time job that you actually filled out an application, were hired, made money on a full-time basis, and actually paid taxes? Has that ever occurred?
Yes, it has. It has, of course.
When?
I want to say about 4 years ago.
Okay. This is not a way to go through life, Ms. Ozone, because before you know it, and before you blink the next eye, 15 years will have passed. And if you have done nothing to better yourself after 15 years, you're going to be like one of those little guys on the side of the walk, all Quasimodo looking, with no prospects, no money, begging. That's not a way to go through life. At this point in time, people are usually finishing up their school careers, getting and preparing themselves for the next 40 years of their life. Because what you do now will seriously set yourself up for 40 to 50 years from now. Because if you don't set that up, you're going to be doing nothing, trying and breaking your back and making $7 an hour. Do you understand?
So,
Everybody in this life has champagne wishes and caviar dreams, but they don't want to work together. That's not the way to go. And I am now going to ensure and make sure that you become a productive member of the society. And if you don't, it's really not going to go well between you and I. Do you understand?
sir.
You need to get a job, a real job, not home health care, not helping my mom with a rotator cuff for 2.5 years. Producing, it's not doing it for you. You need a real job. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you an application for an appointed lawyer today. I want you to fill it out for me. It's now nearly 1:10, so and all my lawyers are gone. So I don't have a lawyer to give you at this time. In the interim, I want you to start applying to at least 20 to 30 jobs to get a real, legitimate, full-time job.
Sure.
If you have done nothing, the next time you come here, it's just not going to go well between us. Do you catch my drift? The first place that, if I were you, that I would go to is Amazon. Amazon is really always wanting people, or Starbucks. Both of those companies really bend over backwards to help their employees. They start you off at around $15 to $17 an hour. I mean, that is a great starting salary. Not only that, the benefits are absolutely killer. There's no excuse for you not to have a good prospect within the next 2.5 weeks. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm also, in the next time you come here, going to drug test you. If all you're doing is smoking weed and doing nothing, get ready to save. It's not going to go well. Do you understand? One more thing. I'm going to reinstate your bond today. But as in the game of Monopoly, you will never get another get out of jail free card from this court again. So if you miss court again, I will revoke your bond, set it $5,000 to $10,000. And if you don't have anyone to pony up that money, you will be stuck like Chuck until this thing is over with.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
And me, I don't let young adults plead guilty to get out of jail. Catch my drift? Good. Deputy, do you mind giving her an application? I need you to sign conditions with Rachel so that you know in 2.5 weeks you're going to get tested for drugs